Yes, we are infected in Crofubina. Eja, ye pet dainty, yet a dime once a man near you. And Ra and Como at Jenny's here.
But that's many Kwame and Radie Adenta for her area who Minister Noblas and so watch it support 6,000 mere commission dying about 40 units of home in the mini market crowd when a sports facility and so count. Now your friend or legacy court now Oshe sa in a project is actually a first in a lot of ways for State House.
It's a first, Chichimo.
Also, for doing a mass estate in the Greater Accra region. For a long time, at that volume. I think the last time that we did that in the region would be going back into the 70s. And it is something that is for the first time, you see entirely the whole project. We didn't take any money from the government for such a massive estate. State House, through our own IGF, any pre-sales, DC property, and they're buying the Kazieni. Now, Oshe, a road and then common areas in Yayana Kamakama. The road is the yet normal quota, you see a technology via for an American green enzyme. And no, it's been acquired for over 20 years. You don't need to even do maintenance on it. And it's a green technology. I'm acquiring to share on the more is acquiring that to come. All the drains in that soil hidden. To Okoha, that Namkuma got that one, drains the west station it's all hidden. So now, I mean, a big traffic check to social media and then go for the grand and a argument. So we are sure it's a higher Ghana, but it is in Ghana, it's not Delta. And solar, street lights over in our solar. It is a green community, and we know the first master state in the Greater Accra region. And Japan, Suminakwan, with it. Yamefro, another estate. It's about 10 minutes drive from Eho Amenia, and only about 200 units. And a similar concept. And also 2, 3, and 4 bedroom home. State House almost all the buildings are completed and they have started roads and so. And post estate gated with 24-hour security. And the Kakaka, you should say, if me, it's dying Amagana for any video Mujato. Then you Greater Accra region so far, and the first estate, you come out and say the pound to your fourth rate estate, so what could be the same thing. Maui estate is why you and so will be adoring as well as SAC estate, your Takadi. And the Kakaka step by step, from here, she said, Ghana media of the pay is here at home quite a minute. Now, one thing about Accra, and say, affordable housing, and so Pukwasi and other areas in the country. We know, we are using what we call mixed subsidy. Osha, we identify the target, mid-income earners. It's the premium capital price, and that premium not everywhere means to meet the affordable housing like the one that you Pukwasi. That way, we don't overburden, we don't burden the government with money. It's next, the youngsters are trying to be a bit innovative about it. Say, this kind of community. Now, young one needs to see affordable housing or Pukwasi, Kufurudia, and Kumasi, and the areas. The low income earners and so without having to go to the banks to source for financing.
Yeah, but virus oka se nyauki keke ya oka the low income fui me share graphic back page story no Donald ato dapatem ene Troy wo minister Francis Asenso Boachi wa ha we nimu mfoni ma yetwa tape de legacy estate atudwa ya hwa dan mo siwa enye better sa o eti affordability no way.
Yeah, Kwame,
Yes.
even if you compare legacy court, the prices not to the market, it's about 50% less. But any no crown put na here can oh. We are using it to also support lower income housing. To say we are Kwame, say we are affordable housing, upper legacy court.
Okay.
And if local legacy court, you are paying a premium. That premium you're able to finance the Kokrokoo project, for example.
I see what you mean.
And it's a win-win for both the low income and the mid income. So, a idea because and so we are trying to make sure that as we are providing houses, we don't leave anybody behind. We don't see a dime for the high income people. Once the Ghana, about 60% of Ghanaians, researchers say without government support, almost
yeah.
About 35%, but about just 10% from what if you leave them, they will be able to build. Some people, some for any that
okay.
The 65% here support and some of the or one year projects like the affordable housing, the Kokrokoo and other areas, some more. And almost but they will need support either from the government or from the private sector or from another way. And don't think Kokrokoo to be anything, I buy the without any cost. I buy provided water and electricity. But on our own, we still want to make sure that the cost of financing and so forth. And don't think that the proceeds from the legacy cost, they didn't even support places like Kokrokoo. Sana, young people, bank, share interest also. But it's an innovative way that we are trying to make sure that driving the cost of affordable housing in Ghana up. I know this is the way baby steps, but me just say a trust sana the big thing ama a danya abo abafom ama ubia study or 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 fees a month and it means that of year in a baby in a on money target at the end of the day say the big thing ama a danya abo abafom na omunya so tinya to fees.
Also next one yakwaye was area where I know you have a I'm right here.
I know I'm right here. Also, Denta, Port Valley restaurant on the Dodowa Road.
Yes, I do.
The junction, right on Ofahua. I know it's about 200 units. Or
200. That's a lot.
Oh, it's because you say yes, that's it. Link it to me. I say.
Wow.
It's me 200, near 400, near 1,000. It's me. I'm a company now, bigger.
And then Pacho, oh, dear, one now can you say it drew her best friend my behavior?
Oh, a official invitation.
But it's Cabra, but that's Simonia Jumanso. And all we can do is to keep supporting you.
That's it.
Pacho, you.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Anytime, any day. Right. Have a good one. Ura Kwabna Ampofo Apia, Managing Director, SHC. It will be the friend on
FM.
Yanko yani. Ni kwate.
Je.
Akbeche.
Chairman General.
Yes. Shima bwana ochi anene.
Bashia.
Ni.
Afi son nyumake enyo. 12 years.
Yeah.
Ni exit
media.
Lumie Chairman General ke Kuvia Sante ke Kujo
Asante.
Kujo Asante. Ngone nti a umbashia. Yo mbaka nyokome nyela mekeni nyenyo. Katwa kwe ono aka himi. Ke wojibu wojinu. Ni wonunu wokojuno ajowo. Kuni wofe kome. Ingon na gengenu nchono. Bibi edu dia wose me shift. Na medoko overi zeden. Akanum.
Yo.
Na mama menu ya pening me wofa. Ofite oza. The educated fisherman. Inunchono Aloti Jacobs.
Yo.
Luhu na che papa. Na ovie eya meeting ni wo radio so say na chese. Na de me nyina wo say be jai na meeting. Me suade.
Yo.
Papa everything jeng. Na me neje. Say anopai mabeto no. Nyame nka no.
Amen.
Say onye active politics so na why fresh pressure be any so and the new from
na so medwen kakra
yo
kwa me vo nyimiri ya sakaka
na me menu akuma so be man akwa ba me no so ache a couple of times other platforms so ndi me nchia every vaco and Ghana ha nyina me de brem wo P7 nta wadwuma ne de so bi ani wadwuma wo ye no wo fidi a wo titire chiride
yo
obi atiwoni a na wo say yes we ko apene ayi beni ampa
yo
na anopena me ka je wo say be dia de wo mambo
I am who akra
wo frame na no two ansa the first asomkan
na otu ansa odikan asomkan hene wo mampo akwapim
and on the 17th of next month no ya asafunsan and me tu nsa frew na 23rd ya bodjuran enti omani nana kwame otu date
yo
mambo hini
yo
eno nana wura nsaman krado
yo
ene nana pebia ohimia waze wo chiao
meje won so me da wan asen so
asomkan ni so chiao
asomkan hene otia no pay a ore ka asem ya asum
ene apesemeka
na
yirinji wono so
bankranfo na ekwapemfo a yi onipa ba ko utwa ho a be na unuani unuani nana sumka yamwachi yamakwa aba yeda wasen so educated fisherman
waja
run man run
sometimes in down am I a prophet
I am beginning to
believe that I am a prophet
not believe but I'm beginning to suspect I have to connote criminal intentions to intimidate suspect. I'm beginning to suspect that there are certain things you should be telling me. Hey,
you know what we don't know. That is the Ghanaian mathematical politics. You do the equations and you know how it will end.
Prof,
I mean, Anebe Nyamina Dumne Nisha onye efiwe.
Amen.
Onye bodun grand.
Kwame na danka se menka chonde waji break kaka ba on chair.
Yeah. Abasana ba.
Better nka. Nana he so jiri se kachre Titus se oyokwapi ni pe na michiana na pay. Yeah.
Na osejiri mu asembi mano.
Ba zama.
Publication bi bede obusuma se won toilet awosin won to me sin wie nta abamo bon nti ga chene na osejiri the organizing difference ya mboso anda maybe agitu ebi anso na eze go wie na wa be MP for obusuma se
na obusuma se we MP o ha policeman motor rider Dachi Hine Anope Michiao, thank you for watching, have a good day. Mami Ajwa says tell me Kwate I said I greet him this morning. Mami Ajwa Ose Ojoso. Everybody's surprised that Ni Kwate Titus Clover has appeared and we're happy to have him as always. Oh, some more Brian Bobby says, oh, Uncle Lute, toilet pa. Of all the things you can say. Welcome back, Daniel Ni Kwate Titus Glover, aka the Godfather, from Farouk in Tema. And Prof Machi Akwaba.
Yes, sir.
Na
General.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When him say Valco MD soon at you.
Oh yes. My former MP. My former MP. Me
Tema East.
Me a product of Tema East.
Okay.
Yeah, me what Tema Newtown. Yeah, bo mesu or Tema Manhian. Emmanuel Presby Church. See, yeah, Gamishin Field, a very big church opposite the Tema Manche Palace. Because school or Presby Primary Kakra. Echo Tema Manhia MA 2 JSS. Nya didn't. But we saw for ATM, you know. Umunim say me etamani pa abusuafo no bi da so ho sisi ya.
Okay.
Me timi ya nti me former MP na aba no. Me chia no pa me hu na che. O look very younger. Say oh yeah MD of Aqua. So look very younger.
It is where did you want to be able?
And when you just pass me chia no na ya den chia so free kuma sen so bre ya tie fo nyina.
Na Prof.
Yes, sir.
Niesi and Ray, how far?
Good. Chama General, for me, nye ngwangwasa. Na ni edikai ni personal choice. Say obeko anim, say obegyina ho kakra, say obetwe asan. Na nipa no a ni decision. Bre bia o feel say say otwesan bia no. Na wo ho kwan. So otwesan. Em say ebrepemu was yesterday and na onwa conclude say obetwe asan. Netosu mienu waye na juma yi as a manager. A lot of managers fear taking decision. Omutim hu pa sa ade we competitively emwame. And so for the fear of so otwesan a ebia we be kase nti a lot of managers are making mistakes. They know very well say ade a mistake. Anke say mitimi a change me direction as I say me nsa no so omuntimi Chief Alan Chematin a demonstrate say or your manager e do be na so kona ni motimi ko e to de be na so sign the check otimi sign o ye be ma bebre ya kujaw nyesa o say mo odin bebre ya boom do be bia na hwe na say o ye ya he who fights and run definitely will be available to fight another day. Enti I think say manager's decision and we take it na enema mienu and a characterizing management decision. Near the kind the objective function. Objective. But I put no a see when this no. O manager one near you. The first is the objective function. But I say, and yes, I no person competition ni biya keke. No person koko winning. In fact, Chief Alan was one of the 10 aspirants. Now all categorize your more. Untiminka say or baby keke. In fact, there were some of the aspirants here in him say. Some of them were doing so to avoid relegation. Some of them were doing it to remain relevant in the party. But for the group that were doing it to win, targeting say be winning, not Chief Alan Kahun. That was his objective function. Now, the reality is in the constraints. Well, listed some of the constraints in the president.
And I'm person maybe so to say yen share nya obeka say constraints no. May kind from graphic page 16 but nipa bebre hu need dada. Or say Samuel Dodu and a Troye or say flag bearer hopeful Alan John Kwadwo Chematin has withdrawn from the November 4 presidential primary of the New Patriotic Party, citing citing intimidation and various acts of violence, unleashed on his supporters in the recent Superdelegates Conference. Or say in withdrawing from the upcoming election, Mr. Chematin said the incident and various acts of violence and collusion reported in other voting centers were appalling, unconscionable and despicable. Or quote statement after having carefully analyzed the results of the said election, it is absolutely clear to me from events leading to, during, and after the elections that the special conference or special delegates conference was strategically and tactically skewed in favor of one particular aspirant. And he goes on about the Northeast Region polling agent, I say, born in ni. Say I say you say a pro then, and I'll say I'm committed to and value the safety of those who work with me and for me, and I'll always fight for their interest. and Odeka Home said the pronouncements of some leading members of the party, both before, during, and after the elections. Nina account any reasons
good.
You as an analyst,
good.
What saying?
Good. Enti objective function na makano peso wini. Na constraints na yabobo
bisuro.
Mehumiensa the intimidation part. Na afi or say as a collusion be skewness be. A lot of things
have been
chichiri bi di actually one direction. Na ne toso miensa prepare ne predo kakra ba especially in east there as adino. So these were the constraints identified. We identify our constraints miensa way at a time where na anka opportunity wo say still obeti maximizing the objective function. But we decide they say yes, my objective function is to win. But in the presence of these three constraints, I want to withdraw. Number one, the objective function, these three constraints, they were a negative effect, they were the objective function. So that's why he want to withdraw. Last week, by this time, near discuss my professional viewer, me the two say in terms of chances of nipa miensa, made them feel say no more ready kanya, omunya flag bearer no, umbetimi edi munku nimuno. Now, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia was 92% chance of winning, and I backed it with a lot of science and data.
Yeah.
Now, Honorable Ken, it was 62% chance of winning, and then Chief Alan Chemartin had 46.6% chance of winning. In the presence of three challenges, we are all can now Osai was 46% chance only. In fact, numerically, no, that's obe winning. Na say each of the 95, the na penifone to abamano. Ebuano Emma Omumu Bakubia Timiche Dom 1996, almost 2000 Edeba. That was going to be a big task in the presence of these three challenges. Into ordinary market kabu the objective function cannot be achieved. He cannot win the flag bearership in the presence of these three adi. So he pulls out. Second question Amanfu Obisan say, would any competition ever be without these constraints? And my answer is not likely to occur.
I can't see Bia no. Maintain me one sebeben.
Ye benya can see that krubi be that sorenya can see Bia. Sa niema miensa ya ye bubosu yi ebi nsimu ana. Meme answer ne say nya dia ye be that sorenya bi da. Because I can see ya can see. Chairman General.
Now he should know better than that, Anna.
Yes, he should know. And the point where menene ya adwene pa ye, the point where he says and sha ene ye chichirimpo ni abo obi ani na ebedu kodo edu kodo de ani ansha na okra ebi mpo a bi akohwe wild estimation of the problem meaning ni say na problem of do or die asem but hey baby otene ni ohun na bi ayen ehun ebi otokoso a na ansha ono ni flag bearer or pedi ntino na obi afaso akohwe ne nkwa and he says he is not going to let it get there for something like that to happen. Omampeni otisu sisi and another danko ekufuado. Edu baby, no sister sebe nipa bewu basabasa dada kwa so say na enkrofo projects in say chere ne there. And let's sacrifice some part of the economy or the economy to save lives. Here we know how to rebuild the economy. And the Chief Alan too feels like sebedu baby na se obi be fa so abehwe ne nkwasa ne a ye chichirimpo obi ani ba ko epra ne ade ya. And that is the basis where I agree with him 100% for the withdrawal. But for the other two, intimidation and skewness and adini, those were the constraints that he needed to overcome. And it's an ankobeko competition. Competition be beba or chinebi. Ebe devoid of sane mami no. Definitely has there will be some level of kakra. Intimidation kakra chairman Sefa kan beka say has for be hunu akotoko
na say kotoko share dan ye team kotoko share dan ye team sir
obuti o text message no members is
minim sir
open WhatsApp text message no member etino hunu kakra be wo even with our sporting adi athletics na woka boxing na woka which competition will not have some of these levels of intimidation for me part of the competition and the strategy of all those who wants to go honorable Adainimo, honorable Musu Efri Yakoto, Ken, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, all these 4 of you should prepare for some level of intimidation. A year part of competition. In fact, NDC versus MPP 2024, there will be some level of intimidation. From the NDC to the MPP are some strongholds or in some areas, and from the MPP to the NDC are some areas or then the. Let not any of the political parties come and tell us one day, say, and intimidation, because what you should be doing, so is to be looking for a remedy. What will I do in the event of this? And no, in fact, the winner of every competition, near can see a proper response to challenges are a characterizer can see, and not near one man who say challenges be say beba there be and then say na ka say that form na no and na form and na kofa Kofi Kinata beka cho say or that form punch so ja for na wall guard oh Kofi I don't me chapa me feeling pa
oh yeah heavy oh yeah heavy Kofi Kinata
me cha Charlie West Side me cha so you have ko ha you know sabe say that form pa bra me and Kasoja from the world guard in a competition. Please, we are back. The good news is that chief resignation we know, and I said withdrawal no. Ede asumje kakra ebeba the process.
Ebi patche say nyoye any 2008 ensusu ebi anim.
Ensusu ye wom.
Chemi mu.
Ensusu ye kese pa wom. In fact, process ni nyina call over in 2007. And sana yes the assessment resignation and I said the process had ended. We the process first part of the process and or assessing the first step. If you know M&D monitoring and evaluation, you don't wait to get to the end. We're taking first step and critical assessment of the first step. Why sincere analysis of the data. Well, who said the buta is in a new subjective function? No? If these constraints are going to be available, then he is not likely to achieve his AD.
Ebiswaka said finally, and some the other panelists. The real reason you're one, who can say why analysis of the data available.
Yes.
We who data who say yeti chimpuni never koswa.
Yes.
Enya dia ebeye.
Ejumaneso.
Enti enya on nanko say ni sika kra. How about that one?
Eno na ye de mother of all the reasons for me and no na ye assembly nyina to fabo because se constraints we wo ho na se still no or se hwe na se in the middle of that constraints we nyina no or high chance of winning na ankobeko why not.
Do you think it was skewed strategically for somebody? Uji said anything?
The process,
yes.
You see game aye kwakobo bia no say if I say Barcelona ne team foforo bi na kwakobo because of the names or the caliber of one of the competitors in Intino, Ebeya say the system is skewed towards that person. Until some material evidence said the system was skewed towards Adino. All the people that is were alleged to be in support of one of the candidates. The first person here, Omampeni, everybody or many people who are from the other 9 aspirants were thinking, say, Papano, Eddie, all the state support, Eddie Ama. Dr. Baumia, now one of the aspirants, he had to take the president himself to come and denounce that. You see, you may think, say, Wababe addressed the cameras, keke. But Nankebit mean a negative impact on Dr. Baumia's campaign. People who thought that, oh, Mami Fami Humo Dr. Baumia because president in Shira won so no. They will begin to pull out because the man says, hey, Mr. Remo, I've not blessed anybody. Yeah, that statement has a negative tendency on Dr. Baumia's campaign. Obi are not force president who that statement president made, unless say be President Kasari no or some fresh Obi Abase Kase Mr. Mo we dem the Koyama camera president will not have time to do that. How many people would he call? Enti mesre nia esi bia no ekowie say the people who voted are musomuye party for no thinks that of course there can be some level of error. Maybe estimation maybe 3.2% margin of error. 3.2% in 961 was going to be like 35 or 40 people who may have voted not of their own conviction. I just allowed that. Omunfanche me say in Penifo at their level, I think some of them voted not out of their own conviction. Else, the rest of them, we take 3.2% error on the Kenya. The rest of them, about 96.8%. Yeah, all those things might have played out, but voted out of their conviction. 132 of them voting for Ken would not have been based on Ken's inducement or change of Omajane and Adende. 95 voting for Chief Alan would not have been because they wouldn't have voted for Chief Alan on an ordinary day, but Chief Alan turned their mind or Omajane Yebibi as an Omoto. No, if it is not so for Omomutuma Ken and it is not so for Omomutuma Alan, why would anybody on a normal day think that 629 Tuma Dr. Baumiane dear Omudia Sebio, they didn't do it out of their own conviction? You see, sometimes there is a fair ground, but you may decide to create an unfair ground. Men are making competition now, Brakwame, and I would have assumed that the system is fair. This intimidation, if I sit and I analyze, now me who say intimidation to me play any role. Me sume pay a way of intimidating somebody. yeah. Me sume pay well. So intimidating to me score marks. Me sume pay how to intimidate somebody. Skillness. Say skillness to me score marks. Me sume pay how to skill the system nibi. And yes, I don't mean to me intimidate. Mean to me skill. Like Chief Alan has done. I will pull out.
Pull out. Pull out.
Sorry, I will withdraw.
Withdraw still.
I will step aside.
Nana Hesi Ojiri says, Chairman General, remember what happened to Esla Uswekufo, Samuel Abujinapo, and others at Odododiodio? Is Mr. Alan Chemating saying that if he were to be the flag bearer and his supporters are attacked, he will withdraw from the general election? Remember, I said some time ago that politics involves the good, the bad, and the ugly. Nana Hesi Ojiri says so. This one says, if Alan Chemating is blaming the NPP executives, how does he hope to win the representatives by lying, blaming, and insulting the voters? Let's see. Now, this one says, on the allegations of widespread violence and intimidation, I respectfully disagree with Mr. Alan Chemating. There was only one incident, but that was started by his agent attempting by violent confrontation to stop someone from voting. In self-defense, the other person resisted. How can this be described as widespread violence and intimidation across the country? People are free to join or quit any contest, but they should not ascribe untrue reasons for their actions. We are the New Patriotic Party, and the elephant is our winning symbol. Charles Niteko Tego sent that one in. And so you can send yours to 0244-844-488. 0244-844-488. Michael says, whether withdrawal or pull out, tell him to remove it. Michael, dirty mind. I have a feeling you are Kwekubaku's son. Dirty mind. Kwame, I consider this a very smart move by Alan. His performance at the 4th November Congress was going to be even more disappointing and embarrassing. As the Hausas will say, and I translate, a short disgrace is better than a long disgrace. Francis Brakwa in Kumasi, and so many reasons, so many. Inko Joseph, I believe that quitters never win and winners never quit. Even in assembly or association election, there are issues. How to manage such intimidations makes you a great leader. Alote Bajobrem.
Kwame.
Yes, sir.
And every man who me jet that was go by.
Let's hear be mama.
Babu Manye.
blouse.
Yo, Prof.
Yes, sir.
Was me John. Major Maofazi. Mami Jagwa Mr. Faga, and a Jamanji and a Jawa. Oh, me, you don't tell me. I just and easy improvement in Mami Jagwa Mr. Faga in a Minja. Maofazi, Dr. James Atulinsi.
Ajodo.
Executive Chairman, JL Properties, Near
Hofe
Abrefi Lindsay, CEO of Beauty Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Kwame,
Alote.
Nje last week Magan wa. Me say it would have been better for him to resign, to step aside, to pull out. Kwame.
Alote.
Move on one by one.
Me too.
Zotikan Alan Martin won by 94 votes.
Is it 94, 96?
95. Yeah. Which couldn't give him the total victory for him to lead in the super delegates. Kwame, 95 no winning. It is because of the name Alan Martin.
Alan Chamantia na yenim.
Kwame,
Alote.
it's something that you should know. The Alan Martin, Alan Martin, only 95 votes. And see, within the cluster of voters,
No.
it been penasam. The vote. Two, Alan Martin never had a campaign team.
What do you mean?
On your base.
What do you mean on your campaign team?
The campaign team on last week, Momo, it didn't be as I don't want to. I don't want to go that way. Say me a ruffian, and Jamogade, the rascal.
Or Swala.
No, new team. Alan should be aware of this. The political chemistry of this country, say, if you there wasn't, now a monthly budget would do. The voters will show you where power lies. Alan Jamadi on your team. Ni team na ogu, wana wogu nyina. Sabi the fragile. They don't resonate with the grassroots. They don't.
Alan
nobleman.
Very.
As a matter of fact, the man is so noble. But you see, heaven decides who should be a leader. It is not by the wisdom of men, but it is the will of God. But sometimes in politics, God becomes a neutral referee. And if you have a good team, they win elections for you. In Zalan, on your team. Two, Alan desired to be a leader of the MPP. 2016, we win elections. 2017, we are appointing as Minister for Trade and Industry. That was where Anjewu ambition in. You put it at play. Set a very powerful team around you. Build an empire that can support your campaign, and that can those kind of people can resonate with the grassroots. You eat into the party structure. You eat into the party structure. You visit those who you think are so important for you in your future ambition to be a leader of a party. I don't think Otumi Edamazin. Yeah? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is an established person in an establishment. Kwame, somebody who is coming from a line of politicians. No papa. Why a politics from CPP
through NDC.
Through NDC till the time he died. You don't take him for granted. There, Oya Mahmoud Bawumia, about 2012, about supporting the Nancy, it's so easy. They didn't give him a good advice. Now, those who only me there, Ofi a family of politicians into. He built a base. As I am speaking now, Kwame. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo Jubilee House. No, on a number of you.
I know.
Look, I'm telling you the gospel truth. When he moves around, obey him. That is a mark of a politician. On your debut, baby, now working some anyhow, somehow. He moves around people who matter in the party. That is the party structure, from the national executive right down to the polling agents. When it comes to Central Region, Ndida, Commissioner, oh yeah, on that Zoom, Azana, other bank.
About Central Region, Ndida.
Our commission at the
premix,
premix
automated.
These are for the first time. Premix automation. Kalabule Nadinya or your past tense. And the fishermen are happy. Fishermen are happy about it.
Dama.
Oh yeah.
Until now, Mr. There, Bawumia is a deep thinker, conjuring something out of nothing. I expect there will be a filling station. Was I? Filling station in Pomoti. Kwame, Ovi no Nansum. Nansum was Central Region. A corner for Dunya, no Shesha. The man, me, boy in there, or the Bodunga. What's in a young Dama? I am the man, the people will vote for you.
Ebi Antinor is skewed. Why should that wine them no man of but wait to my co-worker the margin
political defeat. There are always excuses. Kwame.
Alade.
The lame horse.
Yeah. Men who parliamentary candidate are okay, no way. Ofini Fieri Bano Disu, no, Zenam. No, be saying there, no, okay, sit down. No, Muslim be saying, at sit down. Because there are certain things we are as a candidate. Say, well, good strategies are what you them. And even in your campaign team, there you see there should be an organogram, a sort of committees, various type of committees. Why you momo? You don't just easily me Alan Jamatinzi may win elections. Oh, my strong base in Ashanti region. Ashantis will look through before they vote for you. And you if you Ashanti region, yes. Ashanti Kotokoji, ya all Piazza Kokotokon, one abur. Obia all Piazza Kwasanti, one abur. Next year was Ashanti Fuswa. Wo adi wo fon den alaji gruza ni tiwo
Kefasa
you was at for Kefasa you was at for cornerstones.
That's good.
In cornerstones both in J you know a fancy team
as and before was support House of Folk.
Before was support House of Folk. So bear that in mind. You need all these people on board. So you need some very experienced politicians who will move around, no mobilize people around you. Wala team ba ebuno biaso, and that's what Bawumia has done. Yeah, Samia Wuku is popular.
but anape Alan Yerka onye Bawumia.
Oh Moba.
Bra.
Na Alan enjoy elections here. Alan that resign is a moment go wasa.
Stay on Alan.
I'm staying on Alan.
Because he said I could do Samia Wuku.
Samia Wuku, you have personalities around your campaign. Look at the people around Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Look at the way they present themselves. Look at Nana Kumia. Now, everybody will want to listen to him. They are diplomatic, but very well so no punch. And people love that. Onya Roba, she said, to them, my last week, Mugebia, Minyaba, or respondee.
Intimacy Shahuba. Men shisha roba.
Men shisha roba.
Miss Men shisha roba. Men ka da shisha roba. Miss Men shisha roba.
My shisha roba. Kwame.
Alete.
Chief Alenja Martin has a very big role to play in the MPP.
Well, he doesn't seem to see that way.
No, he will see that. Eja Allen, Mafutu kakra amazimo in there. Aya, a contest in one day year mowa or multi. Susuwaswa. Chief Alenja Martin, close your ears.
Well, is it not too late now?
No, it is never late.
No, it's rather the starting point.
The starting point to build an image. Oboyen. Yeah, you put me again. Her party who can say the young Alenja Martin. Yanyin kasa yanyin them. Osusu naswa. He shouldn't listen to his campaign team that has failed him. Osusu naswa. Two.
Why are you blaming his campaign team?
Campaign team.
But he is the commander of the campaign.
Oh.
You act based on the reports they bring you.
Which I mean also them. Martin. No chami only mukasate. Ebunde nana in the was making easy was a making my chami do maganji. Damon hote. Mesran. So you know be ya onto kwan. Na sabrochi no boko agada. Be 3 months bi. Ongada.
No nya dem.
Oh, 100 lakhs. Yeah. In his relaxation. In Yama Baba. If he obonde no. Let me come back. Now, Oba back is and there or Kwim ha. Party no one get wound there. Or yeah, MPP party. One get wound there. Also, he matters. So far as the MPP is concerned. Nenyamane Uncle Ye Kaka. And see, they should keep communication with him. They should do it.
How about in some no kind? Even the Uziyo.
Oh, me tell you.
Uziyo.
No, Mr. Obielo or contest elections we are. Or repair and then they will use or shisha. There are so many excuses. For me, I classify those things as a yow. Uziyo. No, I can't. Now, when you can we fina kukum, she knew obio.
Better
Oh, Mama Kacho. Unless he doesn't want to participate in Ghana politics and MPP politics. But if he wants and if he thinks, because actually statement in Libya, still, now come on the party no. And see, the best thing for you to do is just go and relax. Oh, ma, be a bear busume basa. After the adi, naba. Party should keep communication. They should open up a channel of communication between the party and Alenja Martin. If you so the elections committee, there is the need for them to send a delegation. No one go home, Alan agent now will planning. Look, nothing spoils it. There a team goes, Charlie, we are sorry. You go and meet the regional team there. And so, Charlie, what happened? Dam no see.
But in Chawa sorry and she more the massam no.
Oh, yeah, on Yenshim, upon Wipra. On Yenshim. The only thing the leader delegation, somebody should lead a delegation there. No one can apologize. Empathize with the man. Tell him that we are sorry. It's one of those things. See them and prof again. I mean, I am a better Macami history. Getting somebody to win elections. I think in there or they win elections. So they in somebody win elections. But Mami can in there. He mostly was one, but Bawumia is not part of it. You can't accuse Bawumia's team. The only excuse you can give in there, because he's a vice president, he has executive power behind him, and he is an establishment candidate. But he has established himself in an establishment. And see, he resonates with the people. Bawumia oh no why Bawumia. And that is what is going to happen 4th November.
How do you know that?
Oh, Kwame, the man will have about 75%.
You think so?
I'm telling you, yeah. There's something about these MPP people. Last minute, the man, they rally together. Until I'm get you there 2007, 2008. One idea okay. Look at the first round, first adi offending votes are workers very marginal. Ebunda and Nakufa was then leading. Or they get by elections and exhibition. By election, you mean or once and a year win. By election, I'm a go. But Alan, or you're too catchy for that. It's own too.
Or I catch it then.
Oh, there, you're around. Oh, God, you're get you. Chinese store far. You go, hey, for you, my Tanodo.
If I said hello, on to me.
On to me.
Let's go to.
Oh, catching you, but what? See, when Alan Jamati or Jawan Shen.
Why then?
There's Shanu Bobia. Oh, that's Obotum. He's too noble.
On the quarter, why you couldn't also that quarter no butu. Ni quarter.
Oh, Gabi.
Ochoka match le nyema.
Yeah, no videos are blow my jaw no jona. Oh, yeah. The game is played by the rules. And in politics there's the good, the bad and the ugly. Unless maybe obeying Alan Jamati on go School of Politics.
Now, Nchede is not his first election. This is 4th. 07, 11, 14, and now.
So he's faded out of the system. It tells you completely. At the time, people were aspiring you to be the leader. It's past.
Are you saying he's disappointed his fans, his base?
Really? Nangasa went to my established base because the political the onyibi. Mama Kacho. A leader has to take control over his team. And when NDC for I set up one appointment. Onyim boys in mo tumo obeye. Nti no do one shisha one. And that is how politics is. You put in place people so strong obi or your sofo or they be one or your sasabonsam or they be obi or your frenyi obetuma obi otedam wunyina you are the center around which these people revolve. Ne if you obi has an ideas the my ideas is all those who do yama committee one pay yama yin pay. That's what Bawumia has done and he has won massively. Don't take it for a joke. So that my last week, okay? You don't take these things for a joke. No, I get there. In the establishment people, it is not true. You know, if you reading or that work against some chain. Now, this is when there. And you are no go to Kunga purchases with the job of persona worker or what to form and so was our call. But you know,
yes, if
Mozai.
Nana Boachim Pokwase says we voted for Bawumia because the NDC have taunted the MPP too long. That the MPP is just using Bawumia. We want to prove them wrong, but Ghanaians will vote based on what the MPP has done to the economy. Nana Boachi in Pokwase. Anytime Alan falls flat in MPP internal elections, he stuns the MPP with resignations or withdrawals. Kabir in second D says it's sad. Banga in Kokomlemle says, Kwame, your strategy is outdated. Your show today was predicted last night. How you try and condemn Alan Chemantin by your appendages. Aluten Kwamena. Banga, Kwamena is not in the studio. It is obvious who you are, what you think, and the kind of mindset you have. Kwamena is not in the studio. I forgive you, Banga. This is about the 10th time. Alan Chemate is out, but led on my party leaders think we should just let him go like that. Then next should, as a matter of urgency, meet Alan and have great talks with him and bring him on board. Tony Osesare in Adenta. Piao, the educated fisherman Alute, What a concise description of Alan's shortfalls. Unfortunately, Alan fell short of the resilience and tact of former President Kufuor and current President Akufo-Addo, Farouk Ntema. While I welcome and respect Alan Chermatin's decision, his claim of the special delegates having been skewed in favor of one aspirant is factually inaccurate. In politics, the strength of your candidacy lies in the strength of your team. Alan's team was weak, and that reflected in his candidacy. He stood no chance of even coming second. His excuses are untenable, Sir Obama Pokwase. Ni
we bacho answer na ni be ba na me offer Alote Jacob say ka say politics be bia wo. Brakwa me.
Yes sir.
Minim politician bia based on advice. Washa da employ obi a ne dia say obi muna. Brakwa me ya hwehwe mu na me who said that was recurring often say the people like you but this thing is repeated about you and your office staff and then nti me friend one am ka say Charlie be steady be na me who said this thing what exactly is happening okay say prof me man how me share that na me employ no eduma pa me de share nsa ne say omuna ma me
omuna keke
jeni we muna eso de baba
enti all these things are in it. Somebody is doing his work well. Maybe you are seeing it as worthy of criticism and then and so Charlie ni nyina wo mu obi on man dia ne say omuna e dia ma no or catch him said the guy but me sa research finding now it means the guy is doing the work he assigned to him rather very well. From
it shows that your observation was right, and the research.
But I will say something that is not palatable to some people in your party. Now Alan has resigned. I think that the next person that can help Bawumia, only Dr. Matthew Bokumpepe. He can organize Ashanti Bron and Bono, and then Brian Achampon can organize Easton and OT.
What are you giving them a free consultancy?
Free consultancy.
Alan has not resigned.
No, I don't say he has resigned. Since your daddy is out of space.
Okay.
And then you have girl Eslo Usu that can handle guitar. With some of you like that.
Yes, Anikwate. Asama Boate, understand from Kwam.
You
Asabi.
Papa MC.
You near penny.
Akasa kama. Na asema wudi atu bama sui emu yedu papa. Ade na make kasa. Me sure say before be take his decision, why wide consultations. Woni etitirifu atwentwen komo papa and results na buy no I'm sure say one susu say sane was and for me make say we take the right decision at the right time. One, to avoid spending money. Two, to avoid further disappointment on the 4th of November.
Avoid spending money, avoid further disappointment.
Yes, because trending out in the coin on the 4th of November. Because Juma Dr. Baumiano.
Okay, Baumia team.
Now what you mean from when you Debbie. And we were focused. Uba Vakua, you were tall stack. Maybe a smoke net for money. The focus is on the stack. I used to be BS in the corner. And one was here. We are not looking at other tangential nyama witchery. We were focusing there on no near president Magana for Sian Twabano, Niam Famano. Na Wakono, Ana Okazi, Uncle Twabano, on for the Dinko Bumuno. And in Cherese, Yem Partner, Idumano, Unyibio. Alan has a lot of knowledge and experience when it comes to party work, party mobilization. We should need sacrifice, need my wire and I didn't know what pay any dues. But unfortunately, said yeah, party dem fruma ne nhihye na ade nyina lokɔ no ye ka say enyo no na so de man ye mfama Dr. Baumia to make sure say ye BT NDC for no for the third time and into the slogan ye can say it is very possible a bet my baso e been see that but it is possible se be baso enti ye ka ye wie no aloteke BBC owura na yesi we pra no yentu anamu na yenkasran the last time na me share television am say ne pra na ade no am say akofom kakra at least a delegation from our side should reach him and commensurate with him apologies they see you know we na me ngine say BBC abetumi esi sa de na me wo ho enti me communita voter region de ne kakra.
Okay.
Na ning sembi na or can see it was skewed strategically to favor one candidate, you know, and it's so widespread, you know. Kwam,
yeah.
Me hunu sa. Se brofokasa was a widespread, and nature said they see wo fa kono. Sa ne see wo be biara across the 16 regions in two sabano. But I'm saying it was one out of the 16. But it is very unfortunate, say, I didn't see. Na said ya di babontia na ye magnify ne cancer you know. That was quite unfortunate. I mean say and won't be also yet to na rally ourselves together no and there was ye na ye now going forward no the focus is 2024 elections. The focus is here Asema Yerekano is about how to win 2024 elections, and we need everybody from Alanchematin side. And the message I mean you know omo yenye side about my side no say no I was say yes stretchy olive branch ana alodejela guy no nchum ni mfambra obi ti say menu akuma semester tete
BNA
voice very competent very competent menu akuma babalaja hope si adoye ono bi ene numa na we to bomba bye mi senior we need to
ogamini
obie nenu ma se mo bedu da ko kan se bisa azema ko guys after do me so work no say dombo fodi di ade no me friend say gbomaja bonyoy
magano devi gbagblema nyama wo mo
o say senior o say me bonyoy be careful o say yes sir you need to powerful voice
very
we need all of them to come on board because it's in the corner it's on the NDC and not among ourselves. Ebia no bia koka bibia na no apatre kakra. Enti umuna na wo de ni chibi wo de hwere. Dabi. Enya no ye hwe. Say and chibi is on ko biuma. All his people are MPP people. One ben so asoro ban so a. E wo se eji wan wa tu. Enya sa fe na yebe ni bi yebu oni chiu na ade za ade no. Alo jena kai. Dabi enya no le hia. Let's welcome all of the YB.
Slide you no go. Again. Though he is disappointed, their loyalty lies with
the MPP.
That was a very powerful speech.
Brilliant statement.
If you
me for friends is here. And I pay no grant interviews. Dabi. Enti mesre DMB company na obia ye nyina MPP before. Na namumbia wose yeto ne okom nanso ne ntwom emeka ye ho ne nyina ne adwuma no enne so for me kwam kakra mekanisi chief wato na ntu ozu abato no onku biom and baba ne za ni timi nya mapete quickly let's look around and gather all of them into a fold na ye say with that rich experience na dia onwa de nyina no ebetuma dia boye but for the election the akane de yen kase is a foregone conclusion. It needs further hard work, more sacrifices, committed to the task of making DMB the brand. Let me tell you, Obibekasi, Adaina Yepesi Edi Baumiaraba. Even though you can't some Makaiwi, it is important, say, Yema Etifu Yetiase. The most fearful person and this was soon Yakasi Ede Mambat Baumia. Then this they are so shrewd. Many go father you matching. From 209, Titus Glover, Brenda Champo, Dominitu, as the Kwame Siama, and Nikobi Ochiraku Mensa, including Boache Jaco. who were the young guys around Anado in 2009. You reaching the whole of Ghana. Yeah, catch a Ghana for say, young be one Anado, Muntia, Tuapano, the Infamano. Yamia Dominion in the bay. And this foot you won't know this scene so. Yet did not tell a chin or posso. In some name, Akasia, no, Sanwa, no, say, look, then this phone, a baby walk over the more. That is the same strategy. It tells you there is something in him that you are scared of. And then they come. There to say, bien. Come, we were here. In 2000, after the 2012 elections.
Yeah.
Who said Nyama said yes, you call Nadia Nyano. Yes, you Supreme Court Nadia Nyano. There's a team that need to be put together. Because Nyama near course what 2012 is all about arithmetic and mathematics. And this was a tenor, as it 1 a 10. Was it 2 a 200 zeros of me one each? And yet, Yadina, Baumiana, and Yenisiano, say Boba Pinch is in Yana, Yanalis Yadimaye. Ye, no, yes, one naked Jadakadum. Catch a loot, catch a prof, Egeba, catch a start, Egeba. And to one young Sumano, no good the enemy, a Wadakadum. Obieso. And you approach you. What's a dog? What's a yay? Ya Bobias uncle. I do want one away. Yes, sir, over to me. The enemy, Nenny uncle. No playing. But before Bakajina da Kenumunu, na party na smano, only Jacobetcha Bilamte. Se Munchigana, then it was 10 regions. Namunko concerning the India, yes, Yeroko. Supreme Court, no, na party Funtias. Omako run all over. I could you wa. Everywhere who drive it towards Wichao Junction, ga towards Bole. What is accident in the sea? Sadana Yankuban fan the cran and who say Yami Eddie Baumia begin to be people or Ghana. His vehicle mangled a Samasotu and Yami. And Yami,
if you got never tuna.
Every solar tuna come solar tuna solar boy Bole sorry then Bole and son down. Then the vehicle somersaulted. I'm talking about the sacrifice that he lost his job. Young man, when you Nejuma Bank of Ghana or near politics that. Na kufa do afere say boabe boami. Weduma na wo ye ni nyina na so many ti boabe boami. Policy 50-50. Okonzo akoye yi. Afi wo so ko peduma on bees. Okonye de juma Oxford, ofi wo call. E fe say African Development Bank. Oko bi o Zimbabwe. O start juma pe 2027. Ese obra no be boa. He left all these beautiful juma nyina wa be juma. Sacrifice. I'm talking about sacrifices. And now we share Baumiani contribution in the national politics of our country. It's unmatched. Who consider and those days, not northern region, big brother.
Yes.
Now almost 31 northeast. AS6 from Chiruponi to Bungurugu to Yoyo to Nalugu Gambaga, Walewale, and Yagaba. 6 constituencies. Uba Savannah, Ufri Bole, Uko Solatuna Kaba, Uko Damango, Uko Daboya Mankaringo, Uko Yapekusugu, Saragad no, Saragad South. 7. Who they can 6 no amount 13. Northern region near Yakase Yatiti Omunyano 18. Right? To Wulensi, to Bimbila, to Yendi, to Gushegu, to Karaga, to Zabzugu, to Tatale, to Sabuba.
I'm a mafia, papa.
To Sabuba, to Nantong, to Myon, to Sablugu, to Gumu. 1831. NDC. It was 27. And people were 4. The involvement of His Excellency Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia from 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020 has matched the NDC neck to neck. And there was 16 in total of the 3 northern regions, almost 15. It tells you Bawumia impacts, influence in northern Ghana politics. It's so huge. And on the NDC for me, John Esrono. And he will beat him to it. NDC does 2 major style of politics. The general politics is tribal and religion. Yeah. They go to the Zango, they tell my Zango brothers and sisters, hey, this is a camp party. Omuko North, hey, this is a camp party. and we go to my great grandmother's area in Volta region. They said this is a camp party. So when you bring Baumia, what are they going to talk again? And then Amokoka. And into the Yediatum. And John said something. Oh, John, Baumia, we are only the NPP people they are using you. When they finish, you just throw it away. We are smart as a party. Yenum party no, we know the psyche and the feeling of MPP. Yenim your party for no, any Ghana for no, depend. Look, Christians and Muslims in this country, we have lived together for centuries, way back.
Mm-hmm. Way back. In Zongo community, you have
way back.
In Christian community, you have a Muslim.
In Baumia's family, his biological siblings, they are 17. His father was a great man. 9 of them are Christian.
You mean his father was a busy man?
Was a busy man. Busy man. 9 are Christians. 8 are Muslims. Right in his background, in the family, they blend. You think that with his background as a Muslim, he's going to scatter Christians? Never. As a vice president, he continued to engage more in the Christian community. You can't even tell whether he's a Muslim. You can't even tell. He's loved by everybody.
And then he's been a member of
the Vice Brigade. As a young
you don't want to wait for after November 4th to tell me all this because we're in anymore.
What are you saying? And Christian Muslim for the he's even going to be as a magnet to bring both Christians and Muslims together.
A short one. Say in the Islamic countries, Turkey, Nomnia, there, and I've lived there before. To them, Islam is a way of life, a culture.
Mm-hmm.
To the Israel and then the Christianity is like a culture. You are living like Christ lived. Islam is a culture. Yeah, has to do I say, come to think of it, who is a Christian?
You know, in Turkey you have 6 million Jews.
Yes.
6 million.
Yes.
And you can see their synagogues.
Yes.
And won't you make a win now without playing the role of the national chief imam? Look at his role.
Look at you.
Peace and humility, the love, then the contribution of the national chief imam, and the synergy within him and Christians. To the extent even contributing in the national cathedral. It tells Ghana.
Amen.
So Baumia is the man that NPP, God willing, on the 4th, and to wind up, the American Kwam.
Yo.
You better chief ase. Say wajiatum say otu onkubium. But you better nazo. Na yedina babonkomo. Ama experience no wodi nyina no. Yema no mfanko transit sa. You better kan yiwa bom. Ama ye gina osun nechi na yetumi akoji 2 minutes come December 7, 2024. Man we see.
Moya sure so ye obi eni ni mo.
Oh, we nipa mean to me can say oh yeah nipa nipa, but he's a mature personality. I know there are elders in the party who by this time know they are talking to him. Said yeah, he's an enterpriser. Of course, Mr. National Organizer.
Yeah.
Love me.
Yeah, okay, National Organizer.
I won almost 11 regions, popular votes. And to but the elephant is supreme. It is better, Papa it is better to be a messenger in government than the proud general secretary in opposition.
Yeah.
Sabi, Brapeni Neti, say, and no diade, Nami Huchrimia, make on John Wam, and be a messenger whilst in government than to be a proud chairman and general secretary in opposition. Is there any or come wouldn't heat in that one is so? Wouldn't heat that one is so? And I managing getting giddy or man with a sharp titty on become Nadinano. Who was that one? A heat.
A heat Namana Vanessa, Peace 104.3, Nikwate, Titus Glover, Chief Executive of Valco, and also a staunch MPP chap. 22 minutes to 11 in the morning. Oga Willie says the attacks and insults will not give a helping hand to let the MPP break the 8. Let's remain united and strong. Leviticus Power says, game of men. Kaswa, I don't get this one. Leviticus, maybe you want to do this again. Alan Chermatin loves the MPP. Now that he's withdrawn from the race, he should please help his younger brother Baumia to win 24 against the NDC. I plead with him. Master Planner Junior Ken Tampo sends that one. Kwesi Divine from Dortmund, Germany says Alan Chermatin's biggest error was when he gave a press conference after his resignation from government to distance himself from the economic mess the government has caused. That might have caused the top hierarchy some deep disappointment and annoyance, leading to his loss in the elections. And then, okay. This one says, I've been following the proceedings from morning. Chermatin has pulled out of the race. Granted Baumia wins, would Baumia be the preferred choice of Ghanaians? Mind you, members of a political party are a subset of the total population. Dark horse in Takrade. Dark horse indeed. Ni Quartet Titles Global has led the way, spoken with maturity, promoting peace and unity. Let's speak on the Alan issue to bring all together. Thank you, Ni Quartet Titles from Kernwood in Takrade. Fawaz in Amasaman says the NDC should let us wait for this, finish this process. We shall give them another match. Baumia is the next big thing in MPP and Ghana. Fawaz in Amasaman. The NPP has had more challenging internal issues, but we come out stronger. I hope whatever it is, we'll learn to deal with any aggrieved aspirant and especially address the concerns and allegations raised by Alan. Kwesi Reynolds in Agona Odo Bing and Ade Eno Ebai. Nana Kofi Apia Sante. Silly. I won't play that song for you. Kwame, we all witnessed the Super Delegates Conference. Clearly, Alan Chermatin's press release is has falsehood and bitterness. Now, lastly, it's unfortunate, but MPP group should step in fast because Alan can't be underestimated in the NPP. Kwejo Dupako, Achim assume. Peace 104.3. Make us say special gardens, baby. Obeto Daya Obeko. Na me nyako shebi. Me kupiska. Nyame oho. Ebe. Special Gardens is a premium gated community on the Adente-Brie Highway, and it's a very fantastic place. 248 housing units of various kinds: 1, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, detached, semi-detached, luxurious places, and a very well designed clubhouse, kitchenette, barbecue area, 1,000 square meters of retail space for grocery store, pharmacy, salon, spa, childcare center, and so much more. Price ranges from 1.2 million cedis to 3.6 million cedis. They have a flexible payment plan of up to 30 months. Now call Special Gardens for a tour or to pay some money. 059-691-4157. That is 059-691-4157 or 020-138-1234. 020-138-1234. For those of you in the US, 240-447-3024. That is 240-447-3024. Check them out, specialhomeslimited.com. I come in your man, kitchen me and be pet. IGP so-called concert tape. President Mahama call on the Jewish. Yes. Okay. Yo.
Kwam.
Yonia.
Medi menu penning jedi mu ya bebre.
Aden.
Medi ni mu ya pa.
Dengen wae.
Na kakra meka ni se. Sabre na Supreme Court judges yedi asema no. Say odo no ye mampini inti we win election ti yem fam no. Wa hu bi woni bia e wa judiciary no wana.
Also dancing na do apart.
But Olusu 2020 election no any nsem bia ye okeka editia ye judges no. E ya medi ni we ya bebre. Me wona meka kire.
Today.
Say sa kasa no anya kasapa. Na platform no use no address NDC lawyers for no ade nyina no you are lawyers all seated na mo nze nyem na o ka na ade nyina no enye ne kure my research kakra sebi kwam
yeah
and then on penya kufuado obedi adi West Court maku across the country 140 Miniam Penny John o see 3 biasa
3
akufo dey see 140 and then yanya pre-court the northern zone one work kumasi and the one here say one be free all over the 5 northern region ya bankrase e ba appeal ya so manu e wa send memo ho and yesi bungalows na de nyina e dia ma omo so in the yesi court 140 reality won't you populate it?
You populate it.
And what's the amount of you need to populate it and give them jobs to do. But there are processes in the appointment of judges from the High Court to the Court of Appeal and to the Supreme Court. And the many happen also names are in Odio Mampenu, and yes, our process is no fight. Kwam, I'm told to say the Bar Council can recommend, the Chief Justice can recommend, and the executive can also recommend.
Council of State will have to look at it as well.
What is happening? And to populate a of any some vacancies are being either by resignation, by retirement, unfortunately by incapacitation, or by death. Because many 3 of the Supreme Court judges are due for retirement.
Actually, 2. Nene Amegache and Professor Ashi Nikwe Kote.
What's it? Mariama Sukamu.
Okay, minimum. I'll have to
yes,
check.
I've got about 3. And the Omombereswa should they be replaced? And there are certain qualities that is needed.
They are vetted by
for Supreme Court. What's it also we active as a good standing lawyer for 15 years, not less than 15 years. You must be of moral standard, high moral standard.
High moral.
Integrity. With Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, not less than 12 years. High moral standards. Integrity. With High Court, not less than 10 years. What's the name of the judicial interaction? Judicial council for these are all senior lawyers. Judicial council. What transit? What's your lote? What's your prof? What's the meaning of BA? What's the quam? Then they look at it. Well, yeah. Not national security. So then, what's what the one between? They look at the background of all these people. And suddenly, you will be a lady. I'm a penny. No one announce. And to be beside my penny, don't say. That say. Sa processing in one for one. Sa processing in one for I am young. Meet the sense way or not Canada, Sakufa or populate judicial service, judges with NDC, MPP for Nadina, I am young. Obin country and his Zakas and Okano and Yakasama. Because all these processes were there. Wouldn't say process a war. I hear so any Juma. Then you stand on the platform. Then you speak some of these things. Meanwhile, judicial Union, oh my dear assembly Yamo. And you baby Namu Winimu case in Adina. Oh, the judges are good. The court is fair. But they do Tiawa. Now the judges in ye. Who court? 2020 who court? Who court? Who need us? Who need papers? Who need evidence? Obi never come as a mama. Prof.
Yeah.
Obi never come as a quam. Obi never can this. Yan court no. But me I didn't man is on shasa pinches no so. We prepared ourselves adequately. 5-4. The whole world saw what we did. Who could who is Avena? A Zen get out of Jacko, the calculator man or punch you 1, 2, 3, echo me 1, in your 2, 8 and 3. Almost so. Almost so.
It's a bolenje.
Echo me 1, in your 2, 8 and 3, 8 your 4. One. Then you want to blame the judges? Oh, no, my day. I said, I would have been 2 and they are so near Dimau. You have been Muntu Munenkasa.
Yeah, it's in
na make you ya MC ayi IGP do no misran nsam na no kono mini wa minua o minua pa but
that's IGP on carry
no
hina na kan ansem
on kan hwe o minua but in some never and any so
Yo.
any so pa na nepotism, favoritism, dissatisfaction in the ranks and file. Na dia din some can messer you are
or you're blackmailing.
Yen share on shena on sisi nechi na yen
this is pure blackmailing.
Money patch na emrena so
na misi fom na COP George in some way nyina no me dey anka menim say you meet your IGP
who is also George.
He's also George. Na munya na mo kama. Then you work together. Because president appointed munya.
You no over retirement.
Minimum say all your bibi na santwe yi a enya bontin so. No between with them. Amamunya na man kama. Na
Mati asomka.
PR police was na say all the PR spokesperson yeah no headquarters. Yeah, no down is not good. Min country dampare. Onja zade no. On my district and the region for one kasa. He must give them the road to work.
Oh, alote offer a studio tie. Ofito sa agbe no ofitele.
Me video studio there.
Ofitele. And Pacho, the voice of Nana Otu Ansa the first.
Good.
As some kahini. I know be there. I say Titus Global is there some kahini of Mampo Equiapim or Nana Somka for short. So we refer to him as such, MD of Valco. Offer Kumi Mampo Equiapim, yeah, that's say. Alote Empoy.
Yeah, Gwami. Sisi ala yun. Mese Mozi Bawumia wetum wa digitalize premix. On here them mesen inform na my age mama. And say 1 year from next week my age mama. But Gwami here or no by the way them IGP. In fact, ex-president Muhammad Azam Namanka. Manka wasam.
Manka entry.
Eyo. Na Morobaka IGP Nasam. I'm asking myself, the prof.
Yeah.
Tama Asanti Bedietu and undermining any predecessor, and as a result in President Akufo-Addo on an appointment. Then you come and ask yourself again. The Dr. Dampare Akufo-Addo, Akufo, and undermining the Buenu no Benya IGP. This is first time in the history of the police service. Yes, they may be having their own internal problems, but not to such an extent. In fact, the parliament idea it's just disgracing the police service and not Dr. Akufo Dampare. It's disgracing the police service, and the police service is so unique. Why are we doing this to police? There, young boys who go baby police who cohort there who control. No, I'm a law and order or what. Young boys, they are fighting against the police, and look at what Parliament is doing to Ghana police.
Now, Parliament, why then?
Now, what was the need for that committee to go into this matter?
Now, Bibianka Papa and Kain Jachrede.
Oh, pardon me.
Alote?
I expected there on your speaker no set committee, but the president or the Ministry of Interior, Ubutuma Chawana Washe, no will deal with such thing. You are but the public. Now, Kofi, someone good thing. Oh, now someone working.
Parliamentarian.
Obiza wa lobby ama. Oh, Gwami, I share statement in Malam Funya na di wabum. Buy black man.
Malam na.
The baby you do see if IGP so Malam book. Inja Malam zi yimi there. Malam go. Say Obisha go now. From obscure position now. Yes, you know this why be Malam go. If Malam have a police.
What's the kind of Asanti Bedietu? Ebe Dina na pedebo.
Mukade wana.
Nana Asanti Bedietu.
Muboni zina.
Na pedeka David Asanti Apietu.
Yeah, he made David Asantia.
David Asantia Pietu na pedeka.
Oh yeah, Vice President Mills ni ADC.
Aka.
Aka ni ADC. Aka ni ADC. And say, what is this? What is this? Why are we disgracing the police service? You be our digitalized police service society. You have sent because of somebody's own parochial interest. Please, I mean, me and Manche attach here. Also, be invite IGP, or the same alcohol. Oh, I have parliament. I beg you, when you maybe I. Oh, let's forget about these things. I would prefer the Parliament will call upon the Minister for Interior there. Look, resolve this matter, and that should be even in camera. Then when this year once you pretend to be was Asari also.
Georgia sir.
Was there when you call Malam Ho? No, Ogujon go and Aji. I mean, Mama Gang, ex-president Muhammad Nassim.
Matthias and Carmen Bobonizin. Prof, your point na neofito sir. Opesoka David Asantia Pietu. And also Nana Santi Bedietu.
Asanti Bedietu.
Kweku bakuso chia on pay.
Asantia Bedietu, baby. And so what's all we bullets?
One no bullet.
Bedietu will be all we bullets.
Good. Rakame.
Yeah.
Oh, Mamicha. Asanti Bedietu.
Oh yeah.
Executive Secretary Mitchell.
President. Yeah.
Eyo.
To be tape.
Oh, tell okay.
First, I'm getting program I knew.
I see.
Na say adaje we.
Why busy?
Adaje we.
A quick advice to all the. In fact, me first last week, me can say 4th and 5th aspirants, no. Omunshena, omunya tactical alignment. Best send their chief IE should draw their minds onto serious assessment. Omu kotina serious say. Omu chances say what competition him to say. That's omu na say what for more. Anka ebeya anka omu pull it out. Okay, look for.
Omu pull it out.
Omu step aside. Sorry.
Said the NT.
Oh, sir, goal is to go and win. To hear us who they no preparation nti me man win na. Imagine mu dey eba be 2024 Ebra Kwame.
Yeah.
Ye benya political parties be 17 or be partner be wasting time. Knowing very well say Obia or take his decision should have done assessment and be
Provinima. Those political parties are sponsored by the major political parties.
I see.
Martin.
I see. You know, my other Roma, more so munya assessment nibi. Now, Monfa Luke chapter 14, verse 18 to 32, and guide them. Ubia or Kubia must prepare very well and know what to put in. And then, okay, name Mwawa, no as the Piazza.
No, just saying.
Last verse in the cross and your wasono, on Tienia home in the catcher. It's a very fine passage. Ubia Okoye BBS, all kind. I feel, me ekoso leak tape nim quickly. Na me hu ne say IGP Dr. George Akufu Dampare support anke so onya free ne COPs for ne ho no. Em say onya support no anka ne oye nko betimi aye kra ma na chense.
Is it not just one man's opinion? Identity you feel say a representative of the entire group?
Yes, you see the law of representation no I am of the entire, but it gives you an idea of what may be happening. This one gives us an inkling, an idea. Say, ni betimi about one of the options I be a cost of police in any and a nipa so institution. Nipa be a nipa will be as I never waiting, Missy.
Yeah.
A do level way me any because tape will be by near day. I can feel for him. Kakre kra ne otimi ya ye nyina ye bo na baso ni. What if sanka COPs for any ade hwe na obi anim den ani abre ka ade ani ade plotting against your fellow. Wow. Sabe, baby what you nya ho an kan so pe.
Nanka.
O se wa pira ni sanka.
O ti ase enti no so obi anya abra kwa me. What you need to do is to have the person. The parable of the talents. Matthew chapter 25:14 to Adi. In fact, now Ura no, now the challenge power with the third person na ne de baako
Oman two.
one for anya one for go ye juma bra kwame na ne challenge pa ne say wo de baako no yes so enso nka hwe ne 70 fanya nka fa boa
Emienu nu
fa boa omo anka ba ye nka omu de aye adwuma ma fa so kakra ba yes say one nye the one with the 5 talents the IGP na say unya 1 talent director in charge of operations and director says nya me free one say bra kwame o de be boa o leader if you fail to do that send your catcher the third adi in the parable of the talents you make be actual one day. Don't underestimate positions that God gives you. Yes, he may not have given you the 5 or the 2, but one or expect to say my last point is with the judiciary. Comments are His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. My say, yes, it's at the level of yes. From 2025, and I say anytime Nyamiadum, President Mahama, President of the Republic, the appointments that would come to the judiciary from him, and the first point of data you better record say FA politicians bad judiciary way NDC because near a friend endorsement near be few one waba say show team say way lawyer way or be NDC kakra or be MPP kakra yes but see before you become president you have actually stated say oba fill the course with NDC judges.
NDC or yes appointment as an even when he
was setting the foundation. A beer based on merit. A beer based on nipanwani interest because when we come to think of it, and your lawyer need be put in your bench and so better now. I have senior lawyers and they make us say senior lawyer Brenya or me. He just doesn't will not be on the bench. Who the channel crowd on you? Who the channel crowd on you? Na nebua ATM senior lawyer. Who the channel crowd on you? Some of them they love the advocacy. Omu pese o kebi manipa ye pro bono kesia senior lawyer Brenya ye ni ade okroma senior. That is what they love doing. Don't force people to take interest in things they are not interested in. And number 2, Sadiani Shashasi ni empe na egusu kaseti ya me endorse fast stamp message to say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, please, what you are doing appears to be an endorsement of a polarized situation that the na person ever manage. And that is the advice I have on that matter.
Okay. Prof Yadase, Kokrokoo Baku Semen Kancho allocated precision. It is Dana Bedi is secretary to the president, not executive secretary. Now it was under John Mahama and they were executive secretary to the president.
So I'm still living in the past. The president is secretary.
Also, you are a dinosaur. You are a dinosaur. Prof, who are national service?
Yes, we are national service.
Who are national service? Why?
The Parliament of the Republic of Ghana.
Momo de name.
Oh,
yeah, year bay.
Oh, Rakame.
Me,
Rakame, the question lines are now.
Oh, Bonibia. Oh, Bonibia.
The text message.
And then the text message. Men and person may come as him.
No, see my name.
Young come as him.
A small boy.
And where they found who?
Okay.
Where they Myanmar sem na America.
Oh, okay.
Mimi Yamedia was Sablugu Nanton district. Nanton GSS.
Wow.
1990 to 91.
Oh, okay. I check a crack.
And cover to
That was a time of Kokrokoo Baguma over me minutes.
Maybe Santa Ochina is 7th September.
Okay.
And Ochina is exactly 50 years of the National Service Scheme.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Tomorrow is the 50th year.
Oh yes.
I started National Service in Ghana.
Oh yes.
It was started under the stewardship of then General Ignatius Kutu Echampo.
Yes.
National Service is 50 years tomorrow.
Yes.
And just stay tuned. Me sure say you better think some.
Oh yes.
Afọ mo honyo mo ye ne nyom ba be ye ne baby o ma fa ne nyom be. It be bisa ba na enye boni bia.
Oh, na me ka say go pass my credit.
Wama education service bro $600.
Oh, bro.
Nja me pede mo test ko hwe na mu.
Osawala. Na how the wire farms na.
Oh yes, I was such a kumewu.
Yeah.
Rakwabe. Because such a kumewu NSS farms. Now complain na mete ba ko say chief executive of NSS. Minia Osesibe. Doctor Mpachoya no nkama na ebra onamu a be 15 kilometers square dey besi dey na baby mfu kakra bi na yenya yi yeguso yeju papa yi bape small portion be afu no na yen say na mo so na buja ho mo say ebro no to say 10 kilometers square adi na say kakra bi afu a
na ni bu afu.
Oh yes, na ni bu afu rest we dey a chop aba no mayor chief so tia Adaroma buja juma do mu ye pa
nyame adoma next week be hwehwe ne manaba ha oba no obeka che. So national service at 50 starts tomorrow. Congratulations to all those who have passed through. Well, some of us remember Peter Kodogba, David Kanyi, and the rest. And of course, the latest one is Osei Sibe. Congratulations to everybody who has contributed to this noble cause. I'm sure we'll hear more from them. It's been a Kojo morning. 4 minutes past 11. The next news broadcast is at 12. Kofi Kumbilson takes over your radio before that. May your day be blessed. As always, remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive. And as always, when you stop to say a prayer, please remember to say one for me too. I mean it. God bless. Good morning.